Hi, in this video we're going to look at how we can make decisions in SQL. So we're going to look at the case statement and the if statement. So this video is part of a series in which I'm going to teach you all the basics of SQL. If you want to find all the other videos in this series, then you can subscribe and you can find a playlist for all the other videos. You can also find these videos on my website, which is www.padsresearch.co.uk. That stands for Physics, Aviation and Data Science. So let's get started. So there's two things that we have available to us in order to make decisions in SQL. We can use the case statement, and we can also use an if statement, which is very similar to how you'd write that in Microsoft Excel. But the thing that we mainly use is the case statement. So let's have a look at how we can write the case statement. So we're going to use it in terms of a context of the production.product table, and we've got our query window open. So we're going to select, and then we're going to select using a case statement from the product table. So let's start off by writing the keyword case. So we say case. So we're looking for a particular case, and then we're going to analyze that. And then we end our statement by saying end. So let's put the keyword end in. And this is kind of like the if statement. You might have a beginning and end bracket. So we've got case and then we've got end there as well. So then we have a few different cases that we might want to check. So in order to check a particular case, we use the keyword when. So we're looking to say when something is true, then do something else, right? So let's, for example, say we want to check the safety stock level. So let's type that out. Okay, it's brought it up for us. So let's say when the safety stock level is maybe greater than 500, then we want to display something. So let's say then, and let's display the value yes. So this will say case, so we're looking for a set of cases, and our first case is when the safety stock level is greater than 500. So when that's greater than 500, then output the value yes. Then, as within other kind of if logic type statements that we have in other languages, we have the keyword else as well. So we can write else. So if that's not true, then else do something else, in which case we're going to write the value no. So the syntax is saying case, and we're looking for our set of cases. So case, and our first case is saying when this value is equal to something, or when this condition evaluates to true, then show the value yes. Else, if that does not evaluate to true, then show the value no. Now you can have as many case statements as you want, so we could perhaps have another one in there. Maybe we might, oops, we've removed that. Okay, so maybe you might say when that's maybe less than, say, 200, for example. So it then do that check. So it will do these in sequential order. So it will check that one first, then that one, and if none of those are true, then it will execute the final else command. If you don't have an else command in, it will just return null. So let's get rid of that value. So the other way that we can do it, which is less common, but you might want to do it, is to use the if statement. So we can, the syntax for that is double if, and this is really very similar to how we would write an if statement in Excel, for example. So if we do the same thing, let's say we're looking for safety stock level being greater than 500. So let's pop that in there. So we're going to say if this is greater than or equal to 500, then if that's true, then we're going to output yes. However, if that's false, then we're going to output no. So it takes three parameters. It takes the logical condition, the output if it's true, and the output if it's false. Now the if statement is limited, and actually let's just paste in our end because we accidentally deleted that. Yep. So the if statement is limited in that you can only have kind of one condition. So if that's true, it's yes. If that's not true, then it's false. The case statement is a bit more flexible, where we can have multiple conditions, so we can have lots of different case statements. So if you want to perhaps split something up into bands, then using case would be a better option. Now you can put those in an if statement, and you can put those in a where statement, and you can put them in a join, but I'd recommend that you don't do that because it makes it very difficult for the compiler to figure out how to optimize the query engine. So I would suggest, if you do want to put case statements or if statements in joins or in the where clause, then it can often be better to pre-calculate those values first and then you put them into the join. And then that helps the compiler to work out how to best join various different sets of data together. And if you don't know how to join sets of data together yet, then you can see my videos on joins, and I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. If you want to go into more detail about how to write joins and logic, then I've got a fuller course called A Complete Course in SQL. Again, there's a link at the end of this video, and that will go into lots more detail, lots more examples, and go into lots more advanced topics as well. In the next video, we're going to look at how to do some string manipulation with the replace function.